Guys, Varus just got buffed in the brand new 3.3b patch, and it's absolutely insane. His passive duration is now longer based on the champion level. Your W now has a shorter cooldown, and your slow slash your third scale basically has a lower cooldown as well. Now, the last patch, Varus got nerfed very hard with his Q ability, which really sucked for him. And Varus is one of my favorite ADCs, and I actually think I'm one of the best Varuses in my region as well. So it was very sad to see him getting nerfed and kind of being a lot weaker than he used to be. But now I think he's actually really strong, and I think you could actually spam him in Legends queue and climb pretty. Now for the items are still going to be the same for me at least. You could definitely try an on hit build, because that's really what these buffs were for, is for builds that were centered around attacks. But this I still like. I prefer playing Varus as a kind of like a mage basically. You're gonna want to go Man Immune, Ghost Blade, Stasis, or Proto Belt, Grudge, or Mortal Reminder if you need heal cutting, Guardian's Angel, and Edge of Night. Now for the runes, I've actually been testing some new things out, so let's really talk about it. I personally like running Airy, but if you feel like you could get a lot of auto attacks in, then Conqueror will be pretty good. Now in this gameplay, I actually did end up running the new Giant Slayer. Giant Slayer got a huge buff, and a lot of AP champions are now going to be running this, but it's still too early to tell if ADCs can run this rune. But I decided to run it on Varus because Varus is a poking champion, and his W plus Giant Slayer could go absolutely insane. So yeah, I was running it, but you could definitely stick with weakness and even champion. But in this gameplay, I was running Giant Slayer. Now, sadly, one of my favorite runes that I've been abusing in the last patch is Nullifying Orb, and it actually did get nerfed. It's let's see, I don't remember exactly what they did to it, but I think they nerfed like how much shielding it gave or something like that. And yeah, man, I mean, it was one of my favorite runes to run. So now I'm going to be mixing it up more with bone plating this season, and kind of giving that a fair shake, but I would mainly stick between these two runes. And lastly, you got to go Mana Flow Band. I mean, you're going Man Immune, so you're going to do even more do more damage, because you're going to have a higher max mana. And yeah, so for the spells, Exhaust got nerfed as well, guys. That's so sad, but it did get nerfed. Oh man, I just remembered that. Yeah, the range on it got absolutely demolished. But I still think it's a go-to rune for ADCs, so I don't think anything's going to change that. And for the spells, you're going to want to run Flash as well. So yeah, guys, with that being said, man, the Varus gameplay, it was a very interesting gameplay. So yeah, I didn't even think it was gonna be a good gameplay, because we were kind of getting destroyed, but then we turned it around. So yeah, with that being said, let's hop right on into the gameplay. All right, well, guys, like I already said in the intro, man, wow, I'm super excited that they buffed Varus, and I had to whip out a game of Varus instantly. And by the way, make sure to tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure to try to upload Tristana gameplay. I was trying to get a Tristana gameplay today, but it just didn't pan out. It was very easy for me to get a Varus gameplay though. So let's talk about the lane matchup and kind of how you want to lane with Varus. So we're against a Pyke Vayne. Varus is stronger than Vayne early game, and Karma counters Pyke in my personal opinion. Now, right here, as you see, when they walk up to the wave, we just poke him, and dude, that arrow got way too much value. I got the auto attack on Pyke and landed an arrow straight through Vayne and Pyke and Vayne. So in this lane, basically, I would actually prefer if the Karma started if the Karma started barrier first. Usually in pro play, Karmas usually start barrier first, but the Q is also fine. But what you want to do is, when Pyke misses the pull, then you bury your team into them, and you basically win the trade. But as you guys see, watch what I'm doing, guys. I'm not freezing the wave, but I'm slow pushing the wave. And so basically what a slow push is it's when you're kind of just slowly pushing the wave. Like, I'm only auto attacking at the very last second. And now that the wave's in, what's really annoying is actually our jungler not being here. Our jungler should be zoning them off this wave and actually playing for a gank, because the Vayne was chunked a bit that we could play off. I mean, look at the Vayne's HP is half HP. Now, right here, I'm going to be trying to apply some pressure. Right here, I accidentally took 2 turret shots. So that was bad by me. And I think, yeah, it was extremely bad by me. So I actually ended up having to back off and now go take my fruit. And yeah, but I mean, the aggression's still good. We're going to be a lot of XP up. And since it looked like they were resetting, what we're going to do is we're actually going to shove one more wave. And the vein did reset. The Pike, Karma canceled Pike. Or Pike decided to stay. And what I wanted to do right here is, since we did so much turret damage, we just ended up taking one more plate, and then we're backing off. That's huge. So, yes, unfortunately, the Vi did not rotate to gank them. But what we had to do, our wave was so big that the Vayne and Pike can't go on us. Because if they go on us, we'll just kite out of turret range, and then the wave will be hitting them. So they have to just focus on clearing the wave. And while they're doing that, we can be auto-attacking that turret and getting those plates. I mean, we just have 150 gold. For Karma and I, just from the turret plating alone, which is huge, guys. That's a lot of gold in the early game. That's one reset where you could complete your item before the enemy does, which is really important. So right here, the most important thing to keep in mind is our XP, guys. Look at our XP. We're about to reach level 5, and they're not even going to be close to level 5. We're going to be out of them on this. And so right here, I'm keeping the wave. I'm keeping the wave on my side, guys, and that is crucial. And the reason for it is you want them to be scared to walk up. Like, look at this Vayne. This Vayne actually ends up getting rooted by Karma, so I was like, wow, that's actually crazy. And also, if I knew Pike was going to go top, I would have just straight shoved this wave. But in my personal opinion, the Pike is trolling the Vayne by not rotating to lane. And so, yeah. So now we can just hit the turret. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the Vayne, but the thing is the Amumu's actually down here, and I had to start backing off. I rooted the Vayne, got my arrow off, and boom, dead. But we do have to actually flash off this Amumu. This Amumu is doing way too much damage. But look, we're gonna go for the snipe. Boom, we do land the arrow, but it's not enough to kill the Amumu ourselves. But our Vi decides to come in there and finish the job for us. So pretty good overall. Now we're gonna be resetting, and now we're super ahead. And plus, guys, since Varus ult is such a low cooldown, we're actually gonna get it up before the dragon spawns, which means that we could look for another play, which is really huge. And also, we're just snowballing our lead. So the beginning of this game, guys, it's going really well. This is actually the type of Varus games you want in the early game. You want to be winning the lane. You want to be getting kills. And look how much damage that one arrow did to Vayne. It actually did a lot of damage. And one of the key tricks you guys want to do as well is you want to be out of vision shooting arrows, because if you're out of vision shooting arrows, it's going to be a lot easier to land those, because the enemy's not going to be trying to dodge it. Like, Vayne wasn't trying to dodge it because she didn't even know it was coming. And yeah, so right here, the wave's coming under turret, and now what I want to do is I want to shove this next wave out. But since my support did reset, I do have to be careful, but since they're not showing, I can just clear this wave. And once you clear the waves, guys, on objectives, you want to be looking for poke. So look what I do right here. I'm like, okay, I'm charging up arrow. I'm looking for poke. Boom! Look at the Vayne's HP. She's half HP just from that. And watch this, guys. We actually end up killing Vayne. Look at this. Look at this. I charge up the arrow. Boop! Boop! I mean, she's gone. Straight up just from Varus poke. Which is really, really huge. And what I decide to do is also just pop their fruit and start shoving in the next wave, so that it's a little bit more annoying for the enemy team. They gotta be like, oh, do we have to go catch this wave? What do we gotta do? As you can see, we're coming and we're hitting the turret. And this Pike is looking... Pike's trying to defend the turret right now, which is exactly what he should be doing. Easy to dodge him right there. I actually ult him, and the fact that we couldn't kill him here was actually pretty wild. He ended up living, but... boom, I was able to get some more poke off on the Vayne. Like, one arrow, she's already 75% HP. Especially soon, that Giant Slayer, man, it's going to be kicking in really hard, and it's going to be doing a lot of nice extra damage. But right here, as you can see, I'm not even resetting even though I have this much gold. I'm looking for poke, and as you can see, I actually had an arrow opened, and oh, this is actually very crazy right here. We're just able to kite them, but we do a lot of damage. So the misplay right there is, as you guys saw, I charged an arrow while going up to the turret, because I was like, just in case their player is going to be there, I'm going to be able to hit him with the arrow. But I actually ended up I stopped aiming it because I was like, oh, he didn't show up. But I actually could have landed that arrow, and that was Really, really unfortunate. So now I'm gonna have to reset because I ended up taking quite a little bit of turret shots right there. So I was actually 1 HP, and luckily I was able to space out that pike. That pike was really trying to kill me, but I wasn't gonna let it happen. So I ended up backing off, man. I ended up backing off, resetting. Now we're building into that Ghost Blade, man. We're building into that Ghost Blade. Now there is a Varus type of build path where you go Tier of Goddess into just straight into the Ghost Blade. And that build will be a lot stronger early game, but I feel like Varus is already so strong that honestly going the mana immune earlier so you could get it stacked is pretty good, and also it'll help with the energy. But if you're running mana flow band, then you're always good. But like, look at this damage I'm doing to Zed. Like, I'm literally just poking out the Zed. Now that was unfortunate right there. Like, the timing on my ultimate and him ulting was just so bad. And also, to be honest, I could have killed the Zed. I could have killed the Zed with my arrow, but yeah, I mean, I haven't been playing Varus that much, guys. So my arrow accuracy is not as good as it used to be when I was playing it a lot before the Varus nerf. I used to play him a lot, and he was my best champion. I was really nuts on him, so I can't wait to start getting cracked out on him again. And as you can see, dude, this damage is insane. Like, it actually is insane. It's actually super, dude, the Q cooldown nerf is just so annoying, though. But right there, we cancel Zed again. And we actually try to look to kill him here. And he actually went back in, and he had to flash my arrow. And right here, I'm looking for the ultimate. I ult Vayne. But there's 3 of them down here, so we can't really look for much. Even the Amumu came in and ulted. Like, I'm just dead here. I do exhaust the Amumu, so at least I bring him down with me. Which is really good. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, our teammates are just actually selling, though. Like literally, they're all like 1 in 3, bro, and 1 in 4. Like, it's so annoying. So this is basically where we got to do like the heavy lifting, and I was actually surprised. Like, at some point during this game, I was like, dude, damn, I'm not even gonna be able to upload this gameplay. But at least they were able to catch out this Fiora. This Fiora is actually a huge problem in this game because she's actually so ahead of Tryndamere and just of everyone, to be honest. And her going Hullbreaker is going to be extremely annoying. And right here, look at this. We just finish off the Zed. Oh, he actually dodged my arrow right there. Dude, Zed's so slippery, bro. Zed is way too slippery. And it's always funny. It's so easy to dodge Pike Pull close range like that. And I'm still trying to look for the poke through the minions onto them. But sometimes they're just going to position in ways that you can't hit them. And right here, I get the auto off, I dodge the pull, but since Amumu's there, I tried to flash, but oh my god, this was so annoying. I was just, right when that happened, which was obviously my fault for overextending, but then I started thinking my teammates. I was just frustrated because I was like, dude, you guys aren't doing anything, but that was our bad. We overextended in mid and got ourselves killed, but the tilt was, I was feeling the tilt this game. I was feeling the tilt, but after that, this is where we're like, okay, we need to turn up here. We need to turn up and catch this dub, bro. Because the game is definitely winnable. You know, we have a Cassidy that needs to scale. So what we got to do is kind of just stay as even as possible. But on the other hand, though, the reason why it kind of feels bad is Varus gets outscaled by Vayne. So it's very important to me that we stay a little bit ahead, or at least make sure that the Vayne doesn't come back into the game. Because if she gets like 3 kills in one team fight, I mean, the game could be, you could just call that game over. So sadly, they do end up getting the mid turret, but Fiora did have to come in and assist in taking that, which gives her, I guess, her Tryndamere some breathing room to catch up in some waves and push out top. But right here, I'm just clearing the jungle, trying to get some extra gold where I can. Now, I really did want to get QSS this game. As you can see, I went on the QSS, but then I remembered, oh, they have a Zed. I can't go for QSS. So I do have to get the stasis here. And these are decisions you're going to have to make in game, because this is where enchantments actually matter. It's like, do you want stasis for the Zed ult, or do you want QSS for the Amumu? What do you think is going to get value? But I personally think that stasis was the move here. And right here, I mean, everyone's all over the place. Amumu just ults instantly. I have to charge up my arrows and try my best here to do what we can. And we were able to kill the Amumu, but the Amumu actually ended up killing our freaking Karma, man. So right here I have to stasis it up. I was thinking Zed might go back in, so I was spamming my exhaust. Dude, the exhaust range is so short now, it's unbelievable. And I'm still poking right here. You know, I'm keeping it safe. I'm still looking for some poke in. I'm charging my arrow with my W to see if I can get an execute. Dude, I could have gotten that kill too right there, or land that arrow if I was just a little bit more patient. But yeah, our thank God our Cassidy was at least able to get the kill. And right here, the Pyke was trying to go onto the Vi, and I couldn't let my teammate die like that. So we were able to pick up some kills, and I think that was very important for us to come back into the game. Like, we were down a lot, so us being able to catch a kill onto Zed, get a kill onto Amumu, and get a kill on Pyke, that's 3 kills right there, which is really key for us, man. So that's gonna be good, because now we're gonna be a bit ahead. And you know, and plus this Fiora I feel like actually sells her team pretty hard, because it's really bad for her to be kind of dying like this. Like, she's the one that's ahead, she's going to Hullbreaker. She needs to be like kind of squeezing us out of this game, kind of like make us feel frustrated, like that we have to match her and things like that. Right here, I'm keeping the dragon because it's like their jungler's dead, but we're so low, and Zed's coming in. The Zed is very aggressive right here. He hopped straight in, but he actually like he couldn't go over the wall, so he had to burn flash. And then this, oh, I remember this fight. Oh, this fight was so bad. I decided to get off Pyke to kind of help my team here. I exhaust the Vayne, I root, but then she went invisible, dodged my arrow, and then I got bounced around by Condemn and then my flash. So that was really bad, and it's just like the setup was just bad, I guess. Like, they were chasing Zed, and Zed didn't even freaking die, guys. Oh my god. Looking at this back, I don't even remember how we won. Oh my god. Like, this is so bad. Like, dude, that is actually how you lose the game. Like, they're up 2 dragons now. 2 dragons. But I guess this shows the true power of Varus here. This truly shows the true power of Varus, because he's able to come back from these type of things. And right here, this is where I'm tilted. Like, I'm just straight tilted, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, what elo is this? Because I'm looking at my teammates' scores, and I'm just like, bro, you guys are making this game 10 times harder for no goddamn reason. So I was not having it. I was not having it. And right here, I'm just farming more jungle, because as an ADC, you need to get as far as ahead as you can. And if that means you got to take jungle farm or you know, catch other people's waves, then do it, because ADCs are going to be the main source of damage for these teams. So with that being said, man, what we got to do is catch this Fiora on the side lane. Like, my Jax, I mean, not Jax, my Tryndamere isn't even like matching the goddamn Fiora, and that was really pissing me off, because now I had to sit down here instead of being grouped around Baron, instead of being with my teammates. I have to be alone here catching these waves. And the nice thing about Hullbreaker is you know when the Baron laner is going to be around here. So look, I look at the minions, you know, I see that they're buffed, so I just have to catch him. But this Fiora is very interesting, because she likes to play aggressive. I mean, right there, I could have ulted her if I really wanted to, but I wouldn't have been able to kill her. And also, it's very easier for her to dodge my stuff. Right here, I go for the poke. I don't know what this Zed's doing, but honestly, what I will have to say, the Cassidy silence is really huge when against Zed, because Zed is very slippery, but when he's silenced, he can't shoot a shadow or return to a shadow. Right there, I missed my ult, but I was able to secure the kill onto Vayne. And right here, the Fiora's coming from behind. I exhaust the Fiora, but I actually think, I don't know if this is possible, guys. Actually, this is a genuine question. Can Fiora parry exhaust? Because it looks like as if she parried exhaust right there, which is literally insane. I didn't even know that was possible. But I think, like, you can't parry ignite, for example, right? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'm actually curious about that. But it looked as if Fiora parried my exhaust, and if that is so, that was crazy. So right here, I reset, and I'm just building damage. I'm still consistently building that damage. I'm not going into the Guardian Angel. I want to keep going more damage. And plus, the Edge of Night is huge here, and let me tell you why. It's really huge, because if Pyke's trying to pull me, it'll pop my Edge of Night instead of actually pulling me in. So that's where that could be really huge. I mean, they got also things like, you know, Zed. It could block maybe like at least one shuriken from Zed. Dude, this Pyke came out of Narnia. Honestly, I could have ulted him right there for attempting that, but right here, I kind of let this Zed overstay a bit here. Dude, I thought I timed this ult, but he actually flashed. Or actually, I'm not sure, but I missed my ult timing there, which was pretty crazy. But dude, look how much damage I do, though. It's absolutely insane. And oh, one nice thing. I don't know if you guys see me do it often, but I like to 360 my arrows just for fun. It actually will give you a bit of confidence when doing it. It just feels nice. I usually actually do a 360. I do a 360 and then shoot the arrow. And when I land those arrows, I feel really like confident about it. I feel like a beast when I pull that off, man. So yeah, right here I'm resetting, and I was thinking like, do I really go GA? I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna go Duskblade. I'm just gonna keep building like damage, because it's my job to get ahead. Now guys, watch what I do here. This is actually really important. I'm pretty sure it comes around here. I'm still matching this Fiora, unfortunately. It shouldn't be my job to match the Fiora. It should be Tryndamere. But look what happens here, guys. I think it is around here. I clear this minion, and then I think I go into the bush. I'm not sure if it is here. I think it is here. Yeah, it's coming up soonish. So Fiora's still split pushing, so I start walking. I'm gonna have to start walking back down because Fiora's gonna be doing a lot of damage. But what I'm first gonna do is set up vision on Baron because that's very important. But now I'm gonna start padding down after poking. But look, boom! I hit the Zed. That actually chunked out Zed to 75% HP. So that's pretty huge. He did end up taking the fruit though. I'm kind of basically blind arrowing here. Oh, this Amumu flashes forward to get onto us. I can't believe it. I missed my ult. Oh my god. That was really bad. If I landed my ult, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. Karma still would have died, but it's just bad to miss ults like that. And then Pyke went freaking invisible, so I can't even shoot him with an arrow. So I just had to catch this wave right here. So I didn't actually end up going down onto the Fiora. It's actually at a later part, I guess. But right here, I'm just catching waves. The Zed decides to go on me again. I'm holding my stasis, and he thought he could kill me. That's so funny. The Zed actually just stayed here to die. Like, oh my god, my arrow did so much damage. Actually, way too much damage right there. So now we gotta contest this Infernal. And honestly, this Vi needs to go for the steal, and she gets it. She had to get that steal. Like, I don't think we could have won without that steal. So now we get to just kind of get a breather here. Now, this was super unfortunate too. I decided to ult flash forward, and the Amumu was going on to me, and I flashed right into his gun. Oh man, I got the yawns going on. Okay. And I did end up living on literally 1 HP, so that is pretty crazy in its own regard. But I do got the Edge of Night, so it does kind of protect me here when I do need the protection, which is really nice. And my teammates are now kind of fighting in mid themselves, and this Cassin is really strong. This is actually a really huge turning point here too. Point right here. They're trying to chase over for this Cassin, and I'm charging a pre-arrow, and I do end up landing it on both of them. I go for the root, and now we're going for the auto attacks. And right here, I mean, they're just dead. Boom. I get the reset, and boom, the Fiora dies to the Cassidon, and that's really huge. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, this Fiora is having very stupid deaths. Oh, and this Zed decides to go in and just instantly dies for the karma. I think that was pretty funny, actually. Like, that was really bad by them, because they're up. They don't really want to be trading 1-for-1 when they're stronger than us. So now we could actually set up for this Elder Dragon, which got buffed, by the way, which I think is thank God they buffed the Elder Dragon, because I feel like the Elden Dragon is actually not as good as Baron. Like, I think Baron's still better than Elder. But right there, we were able to position well against the Mumu, get the kill, and now secure the Elder Dragon. Now, what's so huge about this is it'll help us when executing opponents. But yeah, man, guys, I lost a game in Legendary's queue with Elder Dragon, and like, it didn't even do anything for us. Like, we couldn't even like go on them. Like, we couldn't do anything. So I feel like it was just crazy, bro. Like, you should not lose when you get Elder Dragon, but I feel like that's just how it is these days. That's how it is these days. So, now that we have Elder Dragon, we could literally just do whatever we want. Like, we can Q ult flash onto people easily. We're just super powerful and can do whatever we want, which I think is really nice. And basically, what they buffed to the Elder Dragon is the burn it provides. the burn. Oh, this is it. So I ult the Fiora right there in the bush and then Q, and I mean we just popped this Fiora. Like, she's gone to the Elder execute, and right there that was really bad because now that allows us to not worry about a split pushing Hull Breaker Fiora. Now we can group up and just look for these kills mid, and I'm charging my arrow, looking for damage. The Zed gets ulted by Vi and stasis is it, which was a good stasis by him. And I'm trying to look for kills here, and it's like, dang, they're just going all over the place. They're just running away, which is super frustrating, but it is what it is. They do have slippery champions. Like this game, we were against a very slippery champions, but I decided to just shove mid because they need to fight us, you know. And we want them to fight us. We want them to fight us. So right here, we're rotating down for our teammate. Boom. I look for the arrow onto Zed, but he actually just got executed anyways. I ult flash, but the Vayne does have QSS, so he just QSS's it and he lives. But since we took out 2 inhibs, we can actually push quite easily. And we do also have Elder. And right here, I just exhausted Fiora. She wasn't able to parry that exhaust, and I just execute her. And the Vayne rolled out of my Q barely, but now we can just hit the Nexus, and the Cassidy was trying to get the kill onto Vayne, but I just decided to go for the end. So yeah, guys, we went pretty crazy with the Varus, 12-3, and we did actually a lot of damage, 40k damage. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.